On to you, Geminis. So let's get into it. So you Geminis have the Five of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Two of Cups, a lot of cup cards, the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Tower, the Four of Cups, the Three of Swords, and last but not least, the King of Swords. Okay, so the overall energy for this reading for y'all is okay, the overall energy is to let things happen the way that they should be, right? Let things happen the way that they need to happen, okay? Because the Five of Cups is about you, Geminis. Really, people are really missing you, really missing the humor that a lot of you Geminis had to offer, as well as the fact that a lot of you Geminis were so smart, right? And the King of Cups and the Two of Cups, honestly speaking, this stuff really here represents how, you know, the Knight of Cups, not the King of Cups, I said the King of Cups, excuse me. The Knight of Cups really represents, you know, you really wanting to be in a relationship, you know, more than what it is that a lot of you Geminis may have let on in the past. I see that you Geminis are a lot more open to being in a relationship now. You want that. You very much so really do want to be in a relationship. And the thing is that the Knight of Cups represents how you're going to start to let that be known. But the Two of Cups is that it's just been a lot of BS that's coming to you that has really gotten in the way. Sit. Good. Sorry about that. That's really gotten in the way. So as a result, this is about how a lot of you Geminis are kind of like beating yourselves up over it. Like, speaking as you Geminis, a lot of y'all are thinking to yourselves, how do I bypass these dysfunctional potential relationships to get to the right one? And the best answer that I can give you as of right now, or one of the answers, is for you Geminis to actually start paying attention to the conditions of how the relationship is going to be built, the foundation, and whom you're building it with, right? If the two of y'all started the relationship based upon some sort of friends with benefits, that's probably not a good idea to ask. So where are we going here? Well, you started it based upon a friends with benefits situation, purely physical intimacy. I don't suggest you continue to engage with these people, especially not on that type of level, right? And then when people get ghosted in general, then a lot of people end up being sad. So understand the terms and the conditions of how the two of y'all met too. The Eight of Pentacles is that I do see that a lot of you Geminis are working hard. A lot of you Geminis really do. If I have to, I got to give it to you. A lot of you Geminis really do want a relationship. You really do want to be in a situation for you where you Geminis are not only in a relationship, but a functional one. That's where the person is compatible with you and you are compatible with that person. It's not a 90-degree kind of thing where the two of y'all are fighting or whatnot, right? The two of y'all are going against each other. The two of y'all are mentally and spiritually not mixing. The chemical compounds in it, like oil and water, don't mix. So the Eight of Cups represents, so you have two 8 cards back to back, the Eight of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups represents how this is a situation for you where the Eight of Cups is now about how, so as of right now, you Geminis are just kind of staying to yourselves and really, yes, speaking to people, but but you're hesitant to get into anything with anybody because you Geminis may be a little bit you Geminis may be thinking that you and these people may not necessarily be the best to be together. So a lot of you Geminis may be thinking to yourselves, yeah, I got a lot of people's numbers in my phone, but at the same time, should I text them? Should I call them? What's going on? And then the Eight of Cups here is that you're finding solace in your own cave. You're going away from people. You're isolating yourself to kind of detox. And just as it is that I say, 30 days. Take an entire month for you to detox and go over that scenario in your head and ask yourself why you liked the person. What is it about you that wants a relationship? Why? Take at least 30 days. A lot of times people get themselves in situations where they jump to relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship. That causes damage over time because all these faces, styles, unique traits, and you're meeting all of these people back to back to back to back to back. It becomes a blur after a while, and it warps your mind, whether it is that you know it or not. So that's why I suggest taking 30 days. And then the thing is that the Six of Swords, this isn't a card about leaving. This is about actually coming in. So people are going to come in a sense of you're going to meet new people. You may want to be here. You Geminis may want to do this, walk away from society, be a hermit, be in your own cave. But instead, the opposite effect is what you're getting. The Six of Swords, you're going to get people coming in now more than ever, trying to say what's up, potential partners. But it'll be up to you, Geminis, to decide who, through a process of elimination, who are the 2 and 3 best for you to get to know. Who is the one best for you to get to know through a process of elimination. And that takes time. It's not going to come immediately. The Tower is, yes, you will end up having to, tell people, or I should say, stop communicating with people through a process of elimination. That requires time, though. How will you actually learn about these people, right? So for instance, let's just say you have 10 people. You want to eliminate, you want to stop talking to 7 of them. How do you do that? You're honest with all of them. And up front, you hang out with all of them and you see what's going on with all of them. Because you know why? Getting to know somebody really does not take long. If a person is poor and they're lying, acting like they're rich, or they're telling you directly that they're rich, if you start to hang out with them and their surroundings, their living spaces isn't necessarily up to par, then obviously you're going to start to learn through observation and learning that they don't have as much money as they act like they do. Oh, I also want to go ahead and say to Kiana, I apologize, for saying those things. Shout outs to you. Yeah, and I appreciate you. Anyway, back to it. I had to say sorry to that person or whatnot. Right is right. But the point is, sorry for doing it in the middle of your reading, but I would have forgotten otherwise. But anyway, I know you Geminis are cool. But the point is that, so with that though, a lot of you Geminis have to become an entirely better person. And the Tower is about, one of the ways for you to do that is to stop talking to people that would give you trouble in the future by a process of elimination. Learn to become a better judge of character. And the things that the Four of Cups for you Geminis is that the Four of Cups represents, or the Four of Cups represents how this is a situation for you now where the Four of Cups is that also too try seeing if these people are very reciprocal. Try to do something for them, right, that's thoughtful, and see if they'll try to do something for you that's thoughtful. If they're looking to take and take and take and take and take all the time, then obviously it means that those aren't the people that's really built for you. Because all it is that they want to do is take. So they are leeches. They're not meant to be trusted. See, in the process of me getting to know somebody, it only takes about an hour, if that much, really within 10 minutes for me to get to know who they are. Really. The basis of it, archetypically, right? But then you have the Three of Swords, is that because if you don't, you're gonna have to deal with a lot of heartbreak, a lot more heartbreak than what's really necessary. Use that quick-witted, jovial, joking nature of you Geminis, and that sarcastic, ironic nature for you Geminis to actually charm people, and at the same time let people think of you as not being the brightest bulb on a tree or being ditzy. That way, you Geminis actually get a chance to see if the person's character is up to par. Because it means that if they start joking on you, it means that they don't necessarily take you seriously, which means you shouldn't take them seriously, which speeds up that elimination process, right? Because anybody who has enough common sense or has enough wisdom should understand that you Geminis are not ditzy. So they should have an understanding of that already, that a lot of you Geminis are not ditzy, and they should be able to have the awareness to see through that and not take that aspect, I ain't gonna say too seriously, but learn to laugh at that and embrace that, as well as see that you are more of a force to be reckoned with than an individual that is meant to be laughed at and disrespected and clowned and not seen as a person who isn't witty. Trying to find the words. So the things that the King of Swords, so the King of Swords represents how, because you can very well do the job. It's just that a lot of you Geminis want somebody to see through that jovial nature. But you got to understand, Gemini is about being light-hearted. So as much as Geminis can be dark, even when Gemini tries to be dark, they're not really too dark. But even though they can get pretty dark. Anyway, the point is that most of the times, Geminis aren't really too dark. So if people can learn to see through past that, that would be a good idea for a lot of them. And especially any cross watchers who's watching this wanting to get to know a Gemini better. So let's clarify the Tower. So you have the Eight of Swords, the Lovers, and the Eight of Wands. You got a lot of 8 cards. 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, 8 of Swords, 8 of Wands on clarification. You got a lot of 8 cards. That's a lot of build and destroy, reconstituting what you thought you already knew. The Eight of Swords is about again, using your gifts to find you love, using that quick wit and jovial nature to find you that love that you want. Use it. But also pay attention to the direction of the where the relationship is going to, and understand that a lot of the things that people claim love is not necessarily what it actually is. So a lot of you need to understand that. The Eight of Wands. Understand too that what you've got going on here is a lot of people fronting like they're offering what it is that other people want so that they can finesse other people or con other people to be more accurate and get something out of other people that they wanted from the very beginning. And at the same time, dip out just before things get too serious and they get too involved. So you Geminis it's gonna require, from now on, a lot of you Geminis are required to have a whole new found level of awareness that you didn't before. Let's clarify the King of Swords. Be aware of when someone is trying to trick you, Gemini. Or don't. But I'll tell you this, if you don't, you're going to have a lot of problems. So you have so to clarify the King of Swords, you have the Five of Wands, the Sun, and the Eight of Pentacles. Again, another 8 card. Again, a lot of 8 cards. I can't make this up. So the Five of Wands is that when you become more aware of what type of trickery people are using, you're going to start to see the fake ones, because they're going to openly start to attack you. They're going to start to talk stuff about you directly to you. They're going to talk about how you think you're so fancy and all this other type of stuff, when in actuality, that's not what it is. You Geminis are aware of the problems that can happen, and you don't want to put yourself in that situation because you know better now, and that's what it is. The Sun represents, so once you start to see that, time for you to leave, because there's no need for you to stick around anymore. And then you have the Eight of Pentacles. You'll be an entirely new person if you take what it is that I have to say into consideration within about a month. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. Peace.